everyone, my name is Kimberly Hess and I am your stage makeup and hair person. I'm the chair of stage makeup and hair for Alpine Community Theater's production of, what are we doing? You know, A Christmas Carol, the musical. Sorry, mind blank. Anyway, today we're doing a tutorial on normal stage makeup. So this as in everyone will be doing what I'm showing you in this tutorial today. I'm also going to be going over it on November 5th from 6 to 7:30, but the actual tutorial itself will only take about from 6 to 6:30. So, but if you want a quick reminder, this video hopefully will help you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask by texting me or emailing me. My phone number is 801-850-2366, and my email is kim.hess.28@gmail.com. I'll go over that again at the end of the email, but let's get started. Hi again. So, just to start out with, remember that this is the kit. Let me see if I can actually get it closer to the camera. Oh, so yeah, let's talk about home job. Sorry, kids, it's on my computer. The best I can do. So, it's backwards right now. I'm hoping it will be, front like normal when you do the actual video, but we'll see. But it's Ben Nye Cream Personal Kit. And it has, let's see, so it has cream foundation, contour palette, including cream rouge, which is, what is that, blush, for any of you men or boys out there who don't know what rouge is. Rogue, not rouge. Highlight, shadow, and lip color, which is great, we're gonna use all of that. So, and then we have face powder, a flat brush, eyebrow pencil, sponge applicator, stipple sponge, and powder puff. So we're going to go over how to use each of these and when to use each of these and all that fun stuff. But just as a reminder, all of you need to buy one of these. Parents, if you have multiple little kids, just buy one for all of them, unless one is like super pale and the other is more olive skinned, kind of like me. You can't really see that, but I'm a little bit darker, so anyway, but if one is like super olive tan foundation and the other is like ivory, buy separate, or maybe just like buy separate foundation. But you're gonna need all of the kids are gonna need this, all the teens, all of the men, all the women, everyone will need one of these. So buy them, because if you don't have it, I can't have makeup for all of you. So sorry. Anyway. Yep, so we're going to be using this. So remember to buy this, please. I love you all. Hi everyone, I'm back. So, for the very beginning, what you want to start off doing, before you start putting on any foundation or anything, is clean your face. And I would suggest, actually before that, girls or guys, if you're wearing any makeup, any everyday makeup like eyeshadow, eyeliner, any like street makeup, take that off. It's not going to help. You don't wear that on stage because that doesn't actually work on stage. So take all of that off. We don't want any of that. So make sure that all that's off, and then we're going to clean our faces by using astringent. Gotta love it. I usually like to use Seabreeze astringent because I don't care if there's alcohol in it. Some people can be allergic to it. It's super cheap. You can find it at Walmart. There's also Witch Hazel, which is a natural and organic astringent, and it works just as well. Some people say it works even better than alcohol astringent. I wouldn't know. Never used it before. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to get a cotton ball, pour the astringent on the cotton ball, and just rub it in. It's going to leave your face a little bit red looking because you want to make sure you're actually cleaning your face rather than just like lightly patting astringent onto your face and it's not actually doing anything, because that's not helpful. We want to actually clean your face and clear your pores of anything. Also, when you're taking off your makeup after everything is said and done, using astringent will help you feel like your face isn't as oily anymore, because Ben Nye makeup is a cream base, and so it can sometimes, some people hate the feeling that they get afterwards, hate me, because it's just nasty. So, but after we're done cleaning our face with astringent, or at least soap and water, kids, at least, please, and scrub your face. Don't just rinse it, scrub your face, please, for all that is good and holy. Okay, now we're going to use our Ben Nye foundation. Ding! So, how to find foundation in your kit, on the back, it will say foundation. Can you see that? Sort of. It says right at the top. Cream foundation, right at the top. So, you're going to want to use your foundation. The way you find the right color of foundation, it's the same color as your skin. I repeat, it is the same color of your skin. Please do not get darker. You will look like an orange on stage. Do not get lighter. You will look like a ghost on stage. There are some people who need to look like a ghost. Me, Marley, plus the spirits. But if you're not a ghost, we don't want you to look like a ghost on stage. So please, get the foundation that actually looks like your face. And it won't completely match, and that's fine. But we just want to find the foundation that fits you the best possible. So for me, I am olive fair or tan, depending on what's available. Like this, it's the options that you will have for your kit. For your kit, it will be fair, light, ivory, which is like, if you know you're white, you're like, I'm white, I'm super, super white, get ivory. That'll help. So you're going to have fair, peach, sorry, not light. So it's going to be fair, peach, ivory, and olive tan, I think. Anyway, there are 4 different options, and if you are pale, you probably want to get peach. If you're super, super pale, you're going to want to get ivory. If you're olive skinned, then you're going to want to get fair. If you're dark, I can't think of many people. Derek would be one of them. Brandon, you two probably are the only people that I can think of that would need the really dark stuff. But other than that, I don't think anyone really has to worry about it. Anyway, so foundation, get it, use the right color. But, okay. The way you're going to apply it is you're going to take your makeup sponge. It can look like this. This is like a little triangular sponge. You can get these. I would suggest, I only use like 1 per show because I just use different sides of it. Some people don't like that because it feels nasty for them. But if you want to get like a lot of these for cheap, I would suggest going to Walmart. Walmart is the answer for all things. Not really, but whatever. So, but go to Walmart, and you can find these for super cheap in the cosmetics aisle. I don't know how cheap, but they're super cheap. So, if you want more of these, because you only get 1 in your little packet, right? Anyway, so you're going to take this, you're going to take your sponge, you're just going to kind of swipe, ta-da! Then, wow, this is a lot darker than what I normally get, so we'll see how it goes on. But, oh, you can barely see that, so it must mean it's doing a good job. Okay, now what you're going to do, you're just going to smear this foundation all over your face. Just like with normal foundation, girls. You just want to get it all over. You want to get an even amount all over. All over. Make sure to get up next to your hairline. A lot of people forget to do next to the hairline, so they have this like odd, like kind of like outlining of their face, and you're like, what happened to your face? And you're like, nothing. Just ignore it. So, Okay, and also remember to get underneath your nose. Kind of strange, but needs it there too. Remember to get your eyelids, all that fun stuff. Okay, I think that looks pretty good looking in the mirror. Sorry, I can't really tell in this because I look especially white in this, so. Okay, I think we are good. You want to make sure it doesn't really look streaky, that it looks fairly normal. Okay. Wow, this matches so much better than my other foundation. Cool. I have to use this more often. Cool. Awesome. Okay, and you're going to want to make sure that you have a fair amount of foundation on, because otherwise your highlight and shadow won't go on your face very well. They're just gonna like streak on and it just doesn't look nice at all. So you don't want too much, but you don't want too little. It can be kind of a hard, figuring that out can be kind of hard, but this is why I'm doing a video tutorial, so you can figure out how to do it by yourself. Yay! And so you can just practice at home. So please do practice at home. Ladies and women and all men, I would not bring it down your neck. If it blends in well. If it doesn't, maybe bring it down a little bit, but you want to be careful, because getting especially Ben Nye makeup out of costumes is a mess. It's the worst. I've tried, trust me. So maybe just bring it to your jaw. I know that can look, if it really looks horrendous, then let me know and we'll figure it out. It'll be okay. But now we're gonna move on to highlighting. Ba-ding! Highlighting! Woohoo! Okay, so the two things you're going to need for this are your cream contour palette. That's what it says on the back. It's really easy. You can't really see that, can you? Like, at all. There you go. Cream contour palette right at the top. The other way you can know is that it just has these 4 little boxes, of which you can barely see the highlight. Oh boy. Yeah. You might have a hard time. I'm going to try to adjust the lights and see if you can actually... I'm going to put it on my face, so you might not be able to see it, because it'll be on my face. But, so, this is how it goes. It also shows this on the back. So, highlight, shadow, rogue, that means it goes, this is like for your cheeks, right? Rogue, lip color, which we are going to use this lip color, because we're not going to use red lipstick. Nope. We are not. And some of us can use pink lipstick, but that's only if it stains your lips. That is the only type we're going to be using. So that's one of them. The other one, I'm using it as kind of like a pointer, but it is a brush. Ding ding, yay. So when using your brush, you need to use your brush. You don't want to use your sponge, because your sponge doesn't actually like put the highlight or the shadow where you want it. It's the sponge is just meant for an overall makeup do, you know, like it's just for foundation, really, to be honest. What you really want to use your brush for your highlight, shadow, rogue. You might be able to use your sponge for rogue. I wouldn't, but that's just me. And then for your lip color, you definitely want to use your brush, because then you get to just put it on like so. Anyway, so onto the highlight. Let me open it up. First time opening it. Let's go. Okay, so you're going to want, so let's first take a look at my face. Actually, the lighting here is an awesome example. Where do you see the light hitting my face? Give you a second to think about that. Okay, so where I'm seeing it, right here, right down the middle of my nose, on my chin, right here, and like right here if I adjust my face, right? Where do you see shadow? I see it right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and obviously below my nose right here. And below my lip, right here. Okay, and also by your jaw. For men, we're going to go over that. Women, you don't typically do a jawline, mostly because men usually have the more prominent jawlines than women do. Unless you have a prominent jawline, then you could highlight and shadow if you wanted to. I wouldn't suggest it, but if you want to, go for it. So, let's start with the highlight. You're going to take your brush, put it in the highlight one, right there. Get a good amount on your brush. I usually like to start with my nose. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see. All you do is basically you're just drawing lines on your nose. So do you see that line? Just right down my nose. And it kind of turned out pretty streaky if I'm looking in the mirror. So you can just kind of adjust it. There we go. I don't think I put enough foundation on my nose. Don't be like me. Okay. And I like to bring it, because a lot of my forehead is highlighted, I usually like to bring it up kind of like in a sunshine rays pattern. So that can be easier for me. Alright. Awesome. And then you're going to want to do, so I would do your chin next. So I would kind of tuck in my lip like so. Follow the line of your chin, like the natural width of your chin. Mine actually probably goes out to about right here, but I don't like it to do like that because it kind of looks a little bit strange on stage. Like when I do it like this, it looks a little bit better. So you kind of just want to pull your makeup in. You don't usually need a ton. A little usually goes a long way, especially on your chin, because that's where the light grabs. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, let's see. The other one are your cheekbones. Women especially do your cheekbones. So what I would do is I would lightly pat. See where your actual bone goes, because what we're trying to do is mimic the shape of your face. So mine probably goes slightly, curves a little, just right about there. And doing your cheekbone can take a little bit of practice, so don't feel bad if you don't get it the first time, because the first one that I did was straight back, and my teacher, she looked at me and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." So I would take it from like about the middle of, well, maybe like to the corner of your eye. Take it, place it on your cheekbone, curve it back, like so. Bring it all the way, and then you do kind of a triangular shape. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. It's a little bit better. You fill it in. Bring it forward a little bit. There we go. Kind of like a stripe. Typically you want to have like a triangle, so it's like point and then whoop, like that. Mine didn't work out too well, but yeah, so you're going to want to do it on both sides. So let's do the other side real fast. Yeah, has the same natural flow. Awesome. Pull from this side. Fill it in. I hope you love my lovely music in the background. I don't even know if you can hear it, but I'm on repeat playing Hey Sue of Men's Desire. I love Christmas. I know it's only October, but I love Christmas, so I'm sorry if you don't like it. Awesome. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, nailed it. Okay, I'm actually going to do this part just a little bit more. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Oh, also, I would highlight probably where this, there you have a bone right here. that comes, it's a little bit, so you feel your temple, right? And then you hit a bone right about here. You hit that and you're like, huh, what's that? So you kind of come over, and if you feel that, there's a little bit of shift right around like almost the middle of your eyebrow. I like to come and highlight that because that's your head, your head. It's a natural highlight of your face. So the other one is probably right about around here. Yeah. I promise you we're going to blend all of this not away. You don't want to blend it completely away. Otherwise, you ruin your stage makeup, but we are going to blend it so it's not such, you're not going to look like you have war paint on stage. So ladies, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. So, yep, I think that's all for right now. Sometimes I like to just very lightly, I would just take from this makeup and highlight my eyebrows, like my brow bone, just right above, because I have kind of a high forehead. So, awesome possum. Okay, now we're going to move on to shadowing. So, with shadowing, it's going to be on the exact same thing. All you're going to do is you are going to switch over to this shadow. But first, before that, we're going to clean our brush. The way that you do that is you can run it under water. I would not suggest that because it doesn't really clean your brush out very well. I would invest in cold cream. This is, whoa, there we go. I would invest in cold cream. This is Equate cold cream, but if you want, you can get what are called pods. That's the everyday cold cream. This is just a cheaper kind because I'm cheap. But what you're gonna want to do is you take it. You also get baby wipes. Invest in baby wipes. They're the best for everything. But what you do, take your cold cream, take a brush, dip it into the cold cream so the brush is entirely covered with cold cream. Take your baby wipe and just kind of wipe it off. So as if you are painting a canvas. You just kind of dip it in and paint the canvas. And that should take it off. And it's really nice. And then you can run it over under cold water. And that would be the perfect solution. But if you, for whatever reason, can't afford cold cream, that's totally fine. Yeah, don't use everyday lotion though. That won't work. Just cold cream. That's like a specific makeup cream. But yeah, running it under cold water is just fine as well. But I would invest in cold cream because also when taking off makeup, you use this before you use the astringent. And it's brilliant. Comes off like no other. It's like the magic stuff for taking off midnight makeup. It's amazing. So, I would invest if you can. If you can't, that's okay. So, awesome. Shadow. So now, basically what you do with shadowing is you go over, you see where you put highlight, right? And basically what you do is you put shadow by your highlight. So where do we see natural shadow? Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. Cool. That's where you put it. Also, I usually like to do a little bit on the temples, but first we're going to do our nose. The nose is the hardest thing to do. A lot of people like to make their nose super skinny, me included, but what you want to do is you come over. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer. I'm so sorry, guys. My computer is so hot, so bear with me. But what you're going to want to do is you follow the line of your eyebrow down the side of your nose, around your nostril. That barely showed up at all. Down the side, around your nostril. I can't even see that in the mirror. Huh. Okay. And you just want to kind of pull it out a little bit. It will make your face look dirty. Sorry. It's kind of natural for that to do that. Shadow just kind of makes you look a little bit dirty. But on stage, you look normal. So that's nice. Here we go. So that's one side. Let's go over to the other side. Do the other side real fast. So go down the side of your nose, down into your nostril. Okay, I'm gonna do that a little bit better. There you go. Okay, you just pull it out. And what I mean by pull it out is you just take your brush and you just paint away from the line. That's what I mean by pull it out. This is really hard to do. My goodness, with a computer. Mirror is so much easier, I promise. Okay, and I'm actually going to put a little bit more. I think I'm sweating it away, which is really sad. I've got an oily face. It's okay. Okay, and actually, you know what? Once we're done finishing the shadow, I would actually bring more highlight into the nostril area, like the bump. I call it the bump of the nose. I bring more highlight just so people can actually see the rest of your nose, because this would be a super skinny nose. So we're gonna fix that in just a bit. But yeah, so next place that I would do shadow is right in your eye. Just right in that crease. Kind of pull it down into your eye. And it won't really be seen all that much. It's just a way of bringing your eye, like, people actually see the shadow in your eyelids. So, bring that down a little bit. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Next, I would do right underneath my lip, right there. And this you have to be really careful with because sometimes women can look like they end up with a goatee. So I just like to go really lightly. You come over, you find that line. I just kind of leave that until I blend it in, and then we'll fix it later. So we're gonna come over to the temples, do a little bit right around the temple area. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Last but finally not least for the women, we are going to do, men, you also do this, but this would be the last part for the women. Sorry I have to clarify that because for men, we're also going to do the jawline, but we'll do that in a separate piece of the video. So, what you're going to want to do is you come over to the edge of your highlight right here. You start making these little lines down, right down into that area. You don't want too much. At the same time, you don't want too little. Again, it's that balance. And it just comes with time. So don't worry if it doesn't work the first time. It never does. Practice makes progress, not perfection. I don't expect perfection. I just expect you to try. And if you are really, really struggling with stage makeup, let me know, please. I really want to help, so please let me know. I promise I'm a really nice person. Ask Courtney. She would know. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So next I'm going to work on the jawline for the men. Alright, men. So we're going to do your jawline. This is super simple. By the way, I just barely washed my brush with my handy dandy cold cream. So before you start, normally you would start your jawline when you start doing your highlight. So I'm going to take my brush, my handy dandy brush, get some highlight on the brush. And for men, I'm going to do a men's jawline because I'm doing it specifically for men. So women, please ignore this part of the video. You can speed ahead if you'd like. But men, what you're going to do, you're going to take the highlight to the end of your ear, bring it down, and make a square. You're going to want it just slightly, if you can, keep it on your jawline. I struggle with that hardcore. So I like to do mine just right above my jawline and then do my shadow on my jawline if possible. So you're going to want to make it a square because men typically have a more square jawline. Unless you're older, then you kind of like have this falling jawline because it's like if you're a little bit bigger and you're older, you're going to want to curve it a little bit more because it makes your face look more fleshy. So you come over on the other side. Again, do the square. Run out of highlight. Love this song. Okay, so now you have the highlight. I'm going to quickly clean my brush with my Hold Cream. Wipe it on my baby wipe. Okay, now we are going to do shadow. Shadow is super easy. All that you really have to do is you obviously clean your brush before you start your shadowing. Did I say highlight? After you're done doing highlight, where you put the shadow is directly underneath the highlight. It's really easy. So what you do, get some of your shadow, come over, and you put it directly underneath the highlight, like so. It's okay if it goes a little bit more, if it's a little bit on the highlight, that's fine. You just want to make sure your shadow is dark enough. See how that's slightly beneath? I hope you can see that. You see that? Yeah. So it's just slightly beneath and it's still in that square shape. Okay, let's see. Oops. See how you keep that shadow? Perfect. That's your jawline. And you're going to want to, when we blend it, we're going to take the shadow and bring it down just slightly so it like makes it seem more like an actual jawline. But that is all for the lens jawline. Super easy. Okay, so now we're going to go on to blending it and blending it properly. Everyone does blending a little bit differently, so I'm going to show you my own personal preference, but if you find a way that works better for you, go for it. But you just have to be really careful not to blend away your highlight and shadow because otherwise then you won't be seen on stage, and that's a big problem because we want you to be seen. You're in the show, we love you, we want to see your lovely face. So normally what I do is I pick 2 fingers, one for highlight, one for shadow. Highlight, shadow. You take it and you gently tap on the highlight. Oh, before I do that, I'm quickly going to add some more highlight to my nose so you can actually see it on stage. Because I forgot to do that earlier. Meeps. Nailed it. Okay. So, awesome. Finger. Actually, no, I lied. Okay, I use 2 fingers for highlight and shadow. I usually use my middle finger for highlight and my ring finger for shadow. So, highlight. I just like to gently pat it. And it kind of just blends in. You just try to still keep those lines, but basically the point of blending is you don't want it as stark, but you still want lines to be there. So that's the difference between normal street makeup and stage makeup, is that you still want to see the lines technically. You just don't really want to have like stark meep, because that makes you seem like you're going off to war. Chin, when you're highlighting, when you're blending your chin, don't blend it in too much. It's okay to have like a chin mark, that's fine. I like to just gently swipe at my nose instead of patting it. So I have a really oily nose. There you go. And also, cream makeup, the nice thing about cream makeup is you just kind of can pull it with your fingers and it will come with, it will immediately be fixed. Like, or you can make a mistake that way, so you kind of have to be careful. But with me, it's really nice because if I make a mistake, then I could just be like, it's fine, just gonna blend it away. Plus, you have to remember that the people who are going to be seeing you are at least going to be 15 feet away. So they're really not going to see you up close all that much, which makes it nice. So, we'll pull up right there. Okay. Awesome. Where else did I put a highlight? Put it up here a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Oh, right. And then the jaw for the men. Gonna want to pull up a little bit, men, on the jaw highlight. Pull it up towards your face. But don't blend it away because we still want to keep that solid line on your face to indicate a jawline. So you look normal. Okay. Ooh, this jawline is so much better than the other one. The highlight kind of disappeared on that one. Yep, that's okay. Okay, next finger, going on to shadow. So shadow is the same way, you just kind of want to pat at it. Bring it up a little bit, maybe. Yep. There we go. Awesome, and with your nose, this can be, you have to be pretty careful with it, but you kind of have to, again, swipe your finger. Your nose can be the oiliest part of your face, that and your forehead, also your chin, so you have to be kind of careful. Because if you can see I accidentally put shadow, I don't know if you can see that. I can see it in the mirror, but I accidentally tapped my shadow finger on my highlight and it totally disappeared. It canceled it out because my nose is now shadowed, so I'm gonna have to redo that. That's okay, just do it later. Oh, you can't really see that. Try to do it more like this. Oh, this highlight is, shadowing is so much better on that side. Okay, awesome, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do the shadow right here. Oh, actually, before I forget, I'm gonna do right underneath my lip. This you have to be really careful with. Again, you might look like you have a goatee, which men, if you already have a goatee, you don't really have to do this. But for women, be really careful. I almost always look like I have a goatee because I almost always do it wrong. So, if someone masters it, let me know. Come teach me. Okay. Yep. See? Then it has a natural. You can't even see that it's there. Nailed it. Okay. Oh, and then also remember to do your eyes. Your eyes are really not. It'll kind of just sweat into place, which is nice. Awesome. Perfect. Sorry, I'm just gonna fix this real fast. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, now we're going to do our cheekbones. This can be kind of hard because you're going to have to swipe down. At the same time, I'm going to use a different hand for this, but you're going to want to try to blend this line a little bit. That can be kind of hard because either your shadow is going to go into your highlight or your highlight's going to go into your shadow. So it's kind of a rough, it's really hard to master. But you're going to have a kind of triangle looking spot in your face, which is totally fine. Honestly, that's perfectly normal, so don't freak out if that's a thing. Honestly, I probably should have put more highlight above the shadow because you can't really see it very much. That's okay. Honestly, that you won't look terrible, and you could always just blend away if you shadow a little bit too into your face, which is what I just barely did. It's okay. You can just blend it, kind of just blend it away. Which is a nice thing also, again, about having cream makeup is that it's really an easy fix if you mess up. I mean, if you really mess up, that's different, but again, it's kind of hard to do that with cream makeup. So, so let's use that pinky. Oh man, that one turned out sadly. Whoops! Oh well, it's okay. Okay. Okay, nailed it. Okay, awesome. And then for men who have jaw lines and all that fun stuff, what you do? Come underneath, you tug it down. Just like that. And if you have a beard, don't worry about doing a jawline. Doesn't really matter because you'll have a beard and they'll be able to see your beard. So that's all that really matters. For men who don't have a beard, you're going to want to do this. Okay, and for the line, you don't really want to blend in the line. You can, and I will for the sake of showing you what to do. But again, you're just going to want to kind of swipe at it. You don't really want... This is one of, it's called, there are hard lines and soft lines. The hard lines that you're going to find are these ones right here. Actually, never mind. These are probably softer lines. Hard lines are on your nose, your jaw, your forehead sometimes. It just depends on your face shape. Hi guys, so one last thing that after highlighting and shadow, it is super important, especially for costumers and, well, actually for stage makeup, because unless you remember to put on translucent powder, either fair or white. Be careful with white. I would usually go with fair because white will actually sometimes turn your face white, which is no bueno. But unless you remember to put this translucent powder on, all of your stage makeup will sweat off, or it will come off on your costume, or both. And we don't want either of those. So what you're going to do is get your translucent powder. There's also this thing in your kit. It's called a puff. I know. It's a great name for it. It's just this squishy little sponge thing. It's real nice, real cute. But you're going to take it. Be careful. Don't just like dump it onto your puff because it will get everywhere. It's kind of messy, but I just like to carefully top it and get not a ton, but a fair amount into your puff. And then just kind of, what you do is I usually like to make it in a taco shape. Fold it in half, squish it, rub it in like so. You're going to get extra, keep rubbing it in till most of it is sort of like squished into your sponge. Give me a minute to do that. Awesome. Okay. Then you're going to roll it kind of like this in your hand. You're just going to roll it onto your face, like so. It's going to leave some powder residue on your face. Don't panic. We're going to brush it all off when we're done. I'm going to put some more on. More on. But basically, I'm going to show you one more time how to do it. But remember, just for sake of time, I'm going to show you how to do it. But again, so you put some on your puff, squish it in, right? And squish it like this. In between, I kind of have it like in between my finger underneath so it's easy to hold on to. And just kind of squish it onto your face. The reason why you sort of vigorously but carefully squish it onto your face is because you want to try to make sure that your stage makeup doesn't move and it stays on you, your face, and doesn't get on your neighbor's costume, or just doesn't sweat off your face in general as you're tapping around the stage during abundance and charity. Really just roll it around your face. And I would probably put powder on the on your puff multiple times because you're going to want to put a ton of powder on your face. That's the best way to make sure that it doesn't move. So after you do that, and I just did it quickly because I'm running out of time, but you're going to want to do it thoroughly throughout your entire face. And try to be a little bit more careful because you don't want to rub off your stage makeup, but you want to smush in your powder so it doesn't rub off later, if that makes any sense. But what you're going to want to do, if I have one here, is you're going to smush in powder on your face. And then, if I can find my handy dandy brush right here, this is a brush. It's usually used for powder, blush, those types of things. But in this case, this does not come with your kit, unfortunately. But usually they will be around. So if you just want to, I will make sure that they will be available. Like we have lots to use. Like Up on Community Theater just has a lot from leftover shows. So I promise they'll be around for you to use. All you have to do is you just lightly brush off any excess powder that might be on your face. Ta-da! And a good way to tell if you've missed powdering on your face is if it shines. So if you look, you can't really see the shine on my face right there. I powdered it real well. But if I turn my face, it gets real shiny right here. So this is a good way to tell. I totally forgot to powder right here. So that's a really good reminder. But if it's easier for you, get a neighbor to powder your face. That's always what I did. I would just, when I was in shows, I would just get tons of powder, squish it on, poof, and my face was like covered in powder. And they would just squish it in and then just quickly wipe it off. Brush it off with a blush brush or something similar. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Also, what you're going to want to do, especially women, men, this is sort of optional. Because I've never really done it for men before, but women, you are going to want to have blush or Rogue on your face. You do get some in your kit. It's this bottom. What is this? Bottom left, right, whatever this one is. It's the one. It's a little bit redder. I wouldn't use this. Mostly because it's cream. Cream is a little bit harder to work with. I would use a powder blush, but please don't do like bright red. That would have been scandalous in the day. Do something that would be like pink. Pinks are great. Pinks are usually just awesome because it makes you look like you just were outside and it's freezing cold outside, especially because it's Christmas time, right? So I would probably go for pink or light red. But yeah, so, and where you're going to want to put that is just right above your highlight, right here. Maybe even slightly above it. I wouldn't suggest that because it kind of looks a little bit too close to your eye, but just right on your cheekbone. And then, oh, also, women, you're going to want to do eyeliner, not a lot, just a thin coat right on the top, right there, and then mascara. I would do, if you are black-haired, do black eyeliner and black mascara. If you are brown-haired, do brown mascara and brown eyeliner. But for all women, and all men and boys, sorry boys, you're going to want to do lip liner, or this, it's this lip color. It's just natural lip color, so it doesn't make you look, that you can't really tell that you have lipstick on, but if you don't wear it, you don't have any lips on stage. So, what you're going to want to do, so all you do is you come out, you just kind of paint your lips, quite literally. So it looks like it makes your lips just a little bit pinker, which is totally fine. Awesome. You just kind of want to rub them together every so often. If you have a Cupid's bow, which means this like little V right here, try to emphasize that if you can, especially the women. Just a cute little feminine touch. Awesome. Okay, and then we're done. Ta-da! And that is all for the makeup tutorial today. Thank you all for stopping in and listening. Really appreciate you guys. Again, if you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. I want to help. I really do. Oh, sorry. I really do want to help. You guys are amazing, and I'm so blessed to work with you all. But if you do have any questions, please, please, please call me or email me. My number is 801-850-2366, and my email is Kim, so Kim, .hess, H-E-S-S, .28@gmail.com. Hope y'all have a great night, and I love you all. See you at practice and at performance. Do your stage makeup. Y'all gonna do great. Love you all. Bye-bye.